Y'all, welcome back to Yaya's Reading Nook. My name is Stephanie. If this is your first time here, welcome aboard. If you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back. Got my hair cut off. Still kind of think it's a little bit too long, but I'm not doing it again. Because then they'll give me a bob. I've got some books that I procured from McKay's in Nashville, Tennessee about a week and a half ago when I went there just to get rid of two big giant home goods bags of books and DVDs and puzzles, and I brought some of those back because they don't take books and DVDs and stuff like that they take all the puzzles and the games, but they don't take the other if it's got like on the inside like a library thing, or if it's in that plastic library paper. So I guess those will either go to my library for a library book sale. I will mark out what they don't need to know and take that plastic off, or they will go into a free little library when I can find one. Anyway, all that to say, I didn't get everything turned into them, but I did get $86 worth of credit. So I decided what better thing to do with that credit than get some more books, although I'm trying to get rid of books. So we're going to go through those today. If you've never been here before, you don't know the thing about I don't care to know what the book is about before I start reading it. So if I just show it to you and go, that's all we need to know. My son's cat is laying on me, and she's got claws this long, I swear. She jumped on my bed one time and caught one of my veins in my left elbow on the inside where they stick you when they take your blood. Y'all, it bled so much. I was like walking around like this trying to keep the blood off the floor. Okay, on with the show because y'all don't care about my bloody arm and my son's evil cat. First book we got is called Captive of the Labyrinth. It's Sarah L. Winchester and the Heiress to the Rightful Fortune by Mary Jo Ignoffo. And I'm assuming this is about Sarah Winchester and after her husband dies, and she goes to, I'm going to say she went to San Francisco. If you ever saw the movie Winchester, this is probably what it's about. Not the nonfiction version of it. And started building this house, and she would add a wing and then she'd tear it off, and she'd add a wing and then she'd tear it off. In the movie, she does that because it helps the ghost that had been killed by the Winchester guns. I don't know what it's about in here, but we're going to find out. My next book is Marie Benedict's Her Hidden Genius. Do I know what it's about? No, it's about Rosalind Franklin. Has always been an outsider. She worked in laboratories in London. So maybe she's the one that helps with finding a cure for something, or the atom bomb. I don't know. She was one of those science ladies. But Marie Benedict did all the research, so we'll find out. The next one I have is Such Sheltered Lives by Alyssa Scheinmel. And I just read the front part of it, and it is about a rehab place called Rush Recovery, and they have really well-known people that come to there, like actors, singers, and apparently someone comes to get off the wagon, or get on the wagon, and a murder happens. So all their dirty little secrets is about to come out. Oops, sorry about that. That was a bag of chips I bought. Haven't opened them. The next one is called The Last Grand Duchess, a novel of Olga Romanov, Imperial Russia and Revolution by Bryn Turnbull. She also wrote The Women Before Wallace, which I do haven't read. And this is about the what happened to the Tsar Nicholas and his family. And, if you don't know the story, they were basically arrested and I want to say in their home and held captive in their home, and then eventually moved to somewhere else and were all executed. A lot of it had to do with Rasputin, if you've ever heard of him, coming into their lives. They came into the mother's life because he told her he could heal her son who had hemophilia. This is a long time ago, so I guess she believed it. She kind of thought him as a healer, maybe like a wizard or something. I don't know. But I really want to read this because I really enjoyed my Russian history class. I enjoyed my Russian history class when I took it. The next one, all I know is it is probably a feel-good book. Looks like a feel-good book. It's called The Curiosities by Susan Gloss. And it's supposed to be like a girl coming back to her father's shop or where he works and helps out. I don't know. I just kind of read the blurb on the back when I was looking at it. I liked it because of the cover. I really like the cover. This right here, not so much. Thank you to McKay's for slapping a really sticky sticker on there and me not being able to get it off. Should I take it back? Tell them I don't want it anymore. My next one is called Finding Margaret Fuller by Allison Pataki. I have her other book, The It Girl, and I'm not quite sure who Margaret Fuller is, but she kind of looks like one that would be a suffragette or work for women's reproductive rights, back when they wore dresses like this. I'm pretty sure this isn't a bustle. It's probably like supposed to be the wind blowing. Lord, I hope it's not a bustle. You could set a table on that. The next one is by Alex Rikoff, and it's called The Girls in Navy Blue. And these are about some women who, in World War I, helped the U.S. Navy win. So, they were on the Navy ship. And then in World War II, I think they also came back. There was more Navy women that joined the Navy to help fight for the cause. I don't know. Never read it. My next one is Iona Iverson's Rules for Commuting by Claire Pooley. It says if you like anxious people and Eleanor Oliphant is completely fine, then you would like this. I read Anxious People a while back. Wasn't my favorite Frederick Brotman book. That one will always be A Man Called Ove. But I'm kind of wanting to read something that's, I'm thinking this isn't going to make you think a whole lot, because it's cute and quirky. And it just says, sunny, funny, and full of heart. So, yeah. Next two are nonfiction books. And the first one is A Woman of No Importance, The Untold Story of the American Spy Who Helped Win World War II by Sonia Purnell, author of Clementine. So this is about a woman, Paul. She was a Baltimore socialite, and she went into help during World War II as a spy. And the really neat thing about this, well, I guess it wasn't neat to her, but she had a artificial leg. She had a prosthetic. She had lost, I want to say she had lost her leg. It was either in a hunting accident or a car wreck. I want to say a hunting accident. But she became one of the women that the Nazis and their cohorts were looking for the whole time. Kind of like Kate Quinn's The Diamond Eye, where that woman who was a, what do you call them? A rifle person? Kind of like her, She was hunted down a lot. This woman's going to be hunted too, except she was a spy. She didn't get out there and shoot people, I don't think. I guess I'll find out. And the last one is about a family that I kind of at times obsess over. I don't know why. I read The Mitford Affair by, it wasn't Melanie Benjamin, I don't think. Anyway, such a good book, such a good book. It was about the 6 Mitford sisters who lived in England during the time right before the war started, World War II, and there were 6 of them. And it says, The Mitford Sisters, the biography of an outrageous family by Mary S. Lovell. This sucker's thick. Maybe Nonfiction November. I'll read this. There's pictures of the sisters in here. And it looks like it's a really good book in really good shape. It doesn't have a floppy to it. Well, maybe it does a little, but the spine hasn't been cracked. So I'm really looking forward to this. I've watched YouTube videos on the Mitford sisters. One was fascist. Um, one was just like a uber, and I mean uber fan of Hitler. She basically stalked him for quite a while. She found out where he lunched, and she would go there before he would get there and sit in a booth or at a table where she could see him come in and watch him. And finally one day he said, find out who that girl is, let her come here and eat lunch with us. And some rumors say they became more than just Hitler and Unity. Her name was Unity Mitford. She was born in Swastika, I want to say Missouri. Might not have been Missouri. Anyway, wherever she was born, the name of the town was Swastika. And her middle name is Valkyrie. So, Unity was messed up. Let's just put it that way. Then there was the sister, Diana, who was a writer. Diana Mitford. She wrote books about her sisters and their lives together, and started writing about Hitler and one of her sisters who was involved with a married man who was trying to basically push Hitler out of the way, but it wasn't working very well. One of her sisters didn't want to have anything to do with it. She went to Spain, met this guy, they got married, they had a baby, and they moved to the States. Or she moved to I think they both moved to the States, and they lived in the U.S. the rest of their lives. But yeah, they had a brother who I think was killed in World War II. Dad wasn't happy with $6. I can tell you that much. But Mom made sure they married well. One of them married the guy to the heir of the Guinness fortune. One married, I want to say, Churchill's son, or somebody that was in really good with Churchill. They all, I think, pretty much divorced. I think the one that married the Mosby guy was married to the Guinness guy, the Guinness fortune guy. And her mom was like, are you kidding me? This guy's got money out the wazoo. She's like, but I love him, Mama. Anyway, let's see. See, I only know that, you guys, because I'm addicted to documentaries on YouTube. Yeah. Addicted. Like, you got to give me something to curb this addiction, or I'd sit in front of YouTube all day and watch documentaries. Anyway, these are all the books that I bought at McKay's, and I still have $28 left over. So I'm just going to save it for another day, and there go the rest of them. Anyway, Kiki wants to say hello. Say hello. She is a kitty we found at a pet store. My son's cat, something happened to him. We think he might have got stolen, or he ran outside and didn't know exactly where he was because he was a little kitten. But she's the exact same thing as him. If you guys have read any of those books, let me know. None of them are new, so hopefully out there somebody will have read something. If you have anything going on this week except for Tuesday night, Parnassus, am I going to finish the Prospectors? No. Am I liking it? Yeah, I will finish it, but I won't finish it before Tuesday. I'm not sure what they got going on Monday night, but the 27th I will be going back to Parnassus because Kristen Harmel will be there with her new book, and I'm going to get her to sign it. If you liked what you saw, thumbs up. If you're new, how about subscribe, thumbs up, and notification bell, so that when I have a video to upload, you can find out about it. And I hope you guys have a great weekend. Bye.